Hi, how are you? It's Matt Watson here from Carwow. So which is the quickest hardcore front wheel drive hot hatch over the standing quarter mile? Well, to find out, I'm going to be drag racing a Renaultsport Megane Trophy against a Volkswagen Golf GTI Clubsport against a Honda Civic Type R limited edition version. Okay, let me tell you about this Renault. So it has a 1.8 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine with 300 horsepower and 420 Newton meters of torque. It's got a 6-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox, and of course, it's front wheel drive, and it has a diff over the front axle. This thing weighs in at 1,368 kilos and it'll cost you from £36,000. That Volkswagen Golf will cost you from £37,000. It has a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine with 300 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. Front wheel drive with a diff on the front, and it weighs in at 1,465 kilos. It has a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox with launch control. Moving on to the Honda, it has a manual 6-speed gearbox, keeping it real. It's got a 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine with 320 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. It's the lightest car here at 1,358 kilos, but it's the most expensive because it's the limited edition version of the Honda, with only 20 coming to the UK, all of which are sold out, at £40,000. It's also got a diff over the front axle, just to be clear, right? Anyway, let's get on and drag race them. But before we do, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss a single upload. And if you'd like to save money on a new car, just click on the pop-out banner up there to go to Carwow. Now, if you want to do that later, you can simply Google "Help Me Carwow" and my team and I will help you choose the right car for you and get it for a fair price from one of our trusted dealers. All right, then, let's do it.
Buying a new car? Then head to Carwow and my team will help you find your next car at a fair price. Carwow, your one-stop car buying comparison site.
Now, before we race, let's do the customary Carwow sound check. So, let's start with this Renault. Lots of pops and bangs. There's no way the other two cars sound as good as this. Let's have a listen to the Golf. Go on, rev up your Golf. Golf, you got a soft limiter?
I do indeed. 4,000 is as far as I can go.
Can you rev up the Civic, see if that's got a limiter? Can you rev up the Civic, please? I can't hear anything.
I am revving that, you just can't hear me. It's soft limited at 3,500.
How funny, the car that looks the loudest is actually the quietest. I want to try something else. This is another sound check, which is a bit different. What we're going to do is honk the horn, see which one has the best horn. Let's try with the French car first. I bet it's got the most horn being French. Yeah, they're horny, the French. How about the Germans? This will probably be filthy. Go on. Yeah, they're quite good. I think this is better though. It's slightly higher pitched. Okay, let's have the Honda, but it's got a crap horn. Honestly, those two noises, the exhaust and the horn, you would not put them with that car if you saw it, would you? You wouldn't match those two things together. Oh, I'm beside myself. I can't even talk properly. Let's go on with the race. There's been a bit of an annoying development. We got a radio call saying that they needed some planes to land, so we waited for the planes to land, and they took a while. And in the meantime, can you see? It's been raining. Now we've got a damp track on my performance front wheel drive cars. It's not ideal. But we're in Great Britain and it is what it is.
3, 2, 1.
Spinny wheels, but it's the same for everyone. That Golf hooked up though and it's gone. Oh my God. Can that Civic come back? It's close. That was just a nightmare because of the traction issues. Feels strong, this car, but that Civic was coming back and that Golf had just gone. Oh well. How was that for you, Golf?
Well, it just got a load of wheel spin off the line, but then once this thing gripped up, it absolutely took off.
I know you flew past me. I thought, I'm in front, this engine's strong, I'm all good, but no, you just flew past and then kept on increasing your lead. And then there was a Civic, which was like nowhere to be seen, and then you started to pull it back.
Yeah, I got a good launch, and then when I hit second, it was just spinning wheels so hard, so I had to feather out of that, and then just started to pull you back.
Shall we try another one?
3, 2, 1.
A good getaway. The Civic did better that time. Oh, I'm all over the place. Oh, he's dropped that Civic, is. That Golf just buggers off. That's that. Same result. Civic had a worse time of it. Did all right, I guess. It's just that Golf was quicker. So, how was that?
That was way better, even though it's got even wetter. This thing hooked up and absolutely tore off. I'm very impressed considering it's front wheel drive.
This actually did better as well. It hooked up better than before, even though I wasn't so far ahead to begin with. How about you in the Civic? Was yours about the same, worse, or whatever?
No, it got a little bit worse as it got wetter for that second run. It's front wheel drive in the way it's difficult.
Let's check out the times. So then, what exactly happened? Well, the Volkswagen won, completing the standing quarter mile in 13.6 seconds. The Renault took 14.4 seconds, and the Honda was last with a time of 15 seconds dead. However, I've timed another Civic Type R in the wet with a time of 13.9 seconds. However, this particular Civic here is the limited edition version, which has Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyres, which just aren't as good in the wet as the standard Continentals. Right, now we're going to have a rolling race with the cars in their comfy settings. We're in automatic mode for the gearboxes, but we're going to have the Civic in 4th gear, and then he's going to have to change down when I call it in, just for fun. So from 50 miles an hour, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yes. Now this time the Golf is caught napping. Come on, have I got enough runway to stay ahead of the Golf, or is he going to have me? Oh, bugger. I'll bail out of this. Don't need to be involved. Let them just race to the end of the runway to see who wins. Okay, so I went off really well. This gearbox responds good on kickdown. That Golf seems slow. You got beaten by a human changing down a gear.
I know. I don't know what happened. I thought I'd be onto a winner in that one.
So what happened in the end, Civic? Did you manage to stay ahead of him until he bottled out?
Yeah, I think I was ahead the whole way, wasn't I? You were just in my blind side, so it was hard to see. But you were in my blind side because I was in front of you, so that's all good, really.
Not so bad this time for the Civic. Let's try something else. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing again. Rolling race from 50 miles an hour. This time, all the cars in their sportiest setting and starting off in 3rd gear. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. This took a wee while to build up boost. Smaller engine, even though it's got more torque. No, I'm out of this again. It's interesting watching that play out. So then, I need to know, who won that Clubsport? Was it you?
Yeah, it was. I did manage to pull past that time. This is a right handful in the wet when you're topping 120, 130, but yeah, had the legs on the Civic this time.
So, 300 German horsepowers are worth more than 320 Japanese horsepowers. Is that correct, Honda?
That seems to be. I was happy with my shifting. I nearly pulled the gear stick off. I was shifting so fast. Just got a little bit on me, and his smile has got a little bit on me as well.
Okay, now we can have a brake test from 70 miles an hour. When we reach the line for emergency stop, which car will stop in the shortest distance? Come on, Renault, can you pull one back? Save some face for France, because you're getting beaten by Germany and Japan right now, quite convincingly. Here comes the line. Here we go. What the actual... Yeah, I know this brake test is in the wet, so it's a bit more inconsistent, but I'm not particularly happy with this, really. This didn't go so well at all. Lost again, I'm not having a good day. I can't tell which out of those two won. Maybe the Civic.
No, I'm slightly ahead of the Golf, but I did hit a real glossy patch just in the last quarter of the braking zone.
Well, I think I must have hit quite a lot of patches because I'm almost a car length ahead of that Golf. Oh dear, I'm really disappointed. Overall then, that Golf GTI Clubsport wins the drag race, some rolling races, and the brake test. Oh, I won nothing. Do you know what? I want to cheer myself up. So to do that, what I'm going to get and do is go on the carwow configurator, and I'm going to configure one of these cars and get an offer. back from one of our trusted dealers. Yeah, that's me configuring it right now. If you want to see what the offer is, pretty good actually, click on the pop-out banner in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Go check it out. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the video. Now, if you'd like to suggest some other drag races you'd like me to set up, just let me know in the comments below. I'll check out your suggestions and see what I can do. If you want to watch some more drag races right now, just click on the windows there, and you can just go watch the video. Or if you click on that box there, you can go to CarWow to check out the CarWow drag race leaderboard to see how these cars rank compared to other cars with drag race. See you next time.